Hey folks, Rick here from LaLa Farm. It is a beautiful Saturday, 38-degree, brisk Saturday. We're going to do some semi-annual chicken maintenance work today. We're going to clean out our chicken waterer barrels. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Make sure to ring that notification bell if you like what you see and want to see more of it. That'll tell you when we drop new videos each week. So let's get cleaning. So for the tools for this video, it's pretty simple. We're going to be using some apple cider vinegar, simple house mop, and we're going to clean the inside of the barrel using this to help sanitize it. I'm going to fill them back up, make sure we got good healthy water supply to the chickens. So let's get to it. All right, so we're going to clean out, we're going to do the chicken or the watering barrels for our front coop. Basically both, even though we got different barrels between the two coops, you know, what I do to clean them is exactly the same. So this is the downspout coming in from the irrigation pipe. Now this barrel's got some screws that we got to take out. The one in the back just has a ring on it that we just turn off, and then we got better access. The one in the back I like is a barrel much better than this one. But I got a good deal on this one, so I got it. Not as good a deal as I did on the other one. This one came off of Amazon. It was a sale. You don't need this barrel. Just go get you don't want a clear barrel because you don't want sunlight to get to your water. So you need something that is a dark color, that is not translucent, that does not allow light in, because that's going to promote some algae growth. So that gives us a little bit more access here. That's what we're going to do first. So both of these barrels have a drain spout. So you see that this one here's got a stainless steel pipe going from, let's turn that off first. Got a stainless steel pipe going from the actual barrel into the chicken watering bar. So we're going to drain this. It's been about 6 months since this was drained. Once it's drained, we're going to take the kitchen mop and we are going to basically swab the inside of this with vinegar water. As much as we can get to. I want to clean it up as much as we can, and then once we get it swabbed down, then I'll take the hose, I'll rinse that, and then fill it back up with water, hook back up the watering bar. Generally we would, about once a month, we would put in some so she's in there trying to get to that watering bar, not getting anything. So generally about once a month we put in about a cup of apple cider vinegar. Now a lot of people say apple cider vinegar is good for parasite control. Indirectly it probably is, because what it does is it keeps the inside of that barrel clean, cleaner than if you did not do that, and it therefore inhibits some of the algae growth and things that may be harmful to your chickens. So we do that about once a month. All right, so while we're letting that drain, we're going to fix up our solution that we're going to be swabbing the inside of that barrel with. So the reason I checked the fit of this a little bit earlier, of this, it's probably a little over a cup and a half or so. The reason I checked the mop size and whether it would go into that hole is I can't find my barrel swab, which is what I use to swab the inside of this barrel. So I'm actually using LaLa's house mop, and I'm not telling her. So my theory is that I'm just going to be able to use this. I'm just going to be able to use the mop, and I'm going to get the job done, and then I will wring it out, and she won't be any the wiser until she sees this video, of course. But then it'll be done, and then I've got another 6 months to find my swab mop. This thing sure does take a long time to empty out. But then again, when it rains, it only takes very little rain to fill this and keep it filled. I mean, we really don't have to ever supplement the water in this barrel too much at all, because we get quite a bit of rain each year, and that keeps this barrel filled. That's our catchment system. So anything that sheds off of this roof goes into that barrel. What's your name?
Madeline.
What's your mission?
To come see you.
Before you go where?
The grocery store.
Okay, I love you. Have a good
What
day,
are you
babe.
doing?
I'm draining this. I'm draining this so that we can clean it. Because I got to do that semi-annual treatment with the
Has it got algae in it?
It may have algae. I just clean it just to make sure. Don't tell LaLa I'm using her mop though. I can't find my brush.
What?
I can't find my brush, so I brought her mop out. Look at the camera. What's LaLa gonna say?
What are you doing? You're gonna get LaLa.
I'm gonna get LaLa. I probably will get LaLa.
They're gonna be like, why are you using my mop? Find your own brushes.
Yep. And that's called getting LaLa'd. Yep. Do you get LaLa'd much?
Not really.
You don't get LaLa'd much. Do I get LaLa'd a lot?
Not really. Sometimes.
Who gets LaLa'd the most?
Rick and Patrick.
Your younger brothers. Does your daddy get LaLa'd?
Yeah.
A lot?
More than me. I get LaLa for like putting my face on the window.
Oh, then you gotta clean your boogers off the window?
No.
Alright, so we got most of the water out. It's not completely empty, but I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. It's been draining for about 25 minutes. So, again, we've put about 1.5 cups of water into that bucket. And we're just going to put the mop down in there and just start hitting the sides. Make sure that any algae that might be in there. This is you can smell that vinegar. This is a task that we do about every 6 months or so. You can see there's a lot of dirt in there, and that dirt's coming mainly off of the roof. Again, this is all rainwater. Now one would ask, well, why didn't I just empty all the water out when I first swabbed it? Well, if I did that, then I would have no guarantee, or it would be less likely to get a lot of the stuff off the sides that I just scrubbed. So I don't empty it completely. I emptied it about, it had about 1/3 of the water left in it. And that way, by scrubbing it first and then draining it, I'm getting a lot of the stuff off the sides. If all I did was tip it over, then I would end up swabbing it with no water in there and then having to drain it a second time. It's just personal preference. So now we've got most of what we just did out. swab it again. So this will be the second swabbing. I waited until I got a good amount of this water out, because this is pretty heavy. What's a gallon of water weigh? About 8 pounds. This is 55 gallons, so it's pretty heavy. So can't really tip it over until I get a good amount of the water out of it. I'm waiting for this thing to spring a leak. I really don't like this barrel. Like I said earlier, I got a good price on it, so I bought it. I didn't want just the regular barrel sitting up front around the house out in the open. Personal preference. So I got this thing because it kind of is black and looks better than a standard barrel, and but I really don't like it because it's kind of a pain in the butt to get to. It makes cleaning kind of difficult. In the back, I've just got a red standard food grade barrel that I got from the hardware store. Still paid, I think $35, $30, $35 for it, but it's just got a spin top on it. Simple to clean compared to this one. So we're going to drain this out again. You see, that second time that water's a lot cleaner because I scrubbed it the first time and dumped it out. Just personal preference. I mean, you could dump the whole thing, then swab it, then fill it back up, rinse it. I just like to do it once it's about third of the way full. Swab it down, dump it out, and then swab it a second time. And it just seems to, I don't know, it just seems to be easier for me that way. And that's it. So that's one clean barrel. So generally for maintenance on this, what I do is, other than the cleaning, is we'll put some apple cider vinegar in here periodically. I'd like to say I do it monthly, but I don't. That would be my goal. Sometimes I just forget, so it might be more like quarterly. Monthly is what I'd recommend, particularly when you're going through a lot of water, like in the summer. Hook this hose back up. Alright, if you found this helpful on cleaning out the water barrels, kind of sanitizing them, let us know how you sanitize your watering systems and your chicken coops in the comments below. If you have not subscribed to the channel and you like what you saw, please consider subscribing. Doesn't cost you nothing. Be well, my friends. Remember, always treat others as you would like to be treated.